What's up, guys? So I fixed my computer, hopefully. Hasn't crashed, didn't crash when I woke up, so we're good. That means I'm putting out a video today, or in the evening. I have class at 2:50. I'm seeing a lot of stuff come back from my homework that I'm not happy with. I had a lot of work to do. It sucks. So, I'm just horrible with time management right now, and I need to get stuff done, but I'm not getting it done. Yesterday was spent all troubleshooting. I was planning to do that homework. Now I can't, which means today's going to be all homework. I'm going to be streaming. I have to. It's a schedule thing. But we'll see. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I really like this wall. It's my bed. So, basically, today I've gotten work done. I have to work on my essay, except for the last about 2 hours. I have, how do I say this? I've basically been freaking out. I have so much work to do. I need to get basically a perfect paper in English to get a B, to maintain a scholarship probably, and it's not pretty. So I have a lot of work to do that I'm stressing and freaking out about, and I can't quite cope with it right now, so I've just been procrastinating playing video games. I have class at 2:50, so I have class in about an hour, and I'll go to class, come back, stream, and then I have to do work. I'll have to get this essay done tonight at least. Most of it. I don't know. I'll be fine, hopefully. On my way to class. Gotta walk all the way over to that building over there. Got a little bit of work done. Had a talk with a friend for a little bit. The beginning of the essay is going on, kind of outlining it in my head as I go. That'll be done soon. Work on my essay. Then 2 finals tomorrow, hopefully. And hopefully we'll be good. So a couple of thoughts about today. Let's see. Twitch is still making big strides. Partnered with Liquid again for basically unlicensed. Liquid's not going to stream on anything but Twitch. That's a really big thing. Affiliate program is under full swing. Partners are already getting it done, and it just looks like Twitch is continuing to be. It doesn't surprise me because they're under Amazon, but I'm trying to see where it's going, and I'm trying to catch this wave because it's going to grow and it's going to be massive. Like I think Twitch will eventually be as big as YouTube. We're already seeing it with a lot of people. Lyric, 50,000 people almost every time he streams. So we'll see how this goes. I'm trying to catch this wave, and hopefully I catch it soon enough that I'm able to kind of cruise and do it as a side thing. Calling it now. Talking with my cousin. Twitch, within the next 10 years, let's say 10 just because I want to be generous, will replace TV. Will replace live broadcasting television. There's no reason for it not to. Everything else is going to be Hulu, Netflix, and immediate streaming past broadcast. Everything else will be Twitch. There's no reason for it not to be. It's all live content engaging with the community. Calling it now. This is food. Because we make our own tacos and shit. Because avocado. It's always good. Lemon, lime. Whew, tacos. It's just Spanish, I'm sorry. So, today, finished streaming. Finished a couple little networking things. And, the rest of the night is going to be essays. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to edit the video in about 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes, probably. No, I'm not. I'm going to get the essay done. And then if the episode comes out tonight, it'll come out tonight. I don't know. I'm trying to learn this thing as I go along, because I'm trying to get this schedule thing going, and it's not inherently me. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing well. I started my stream at about 5 and I ended about 9 o'clock. Last hour and a half has been hanging out with people rated, just kind of hanging out and doing the things. Brushing up on my other skills, went through some more stuff, got my friend his overlay done. It's been good. I keep pointing it down, I'm lame. Ugh. Stream of failure. So, yeah. Had a nice brush-in with my uncle today. I don't know how to... It's rough. Because he's very, very wealthy and very, very successful. But for a very long time, he's not run my life. But ever since I've been very young, any time I start talking about something, it's his opinion or I get a lecture. And so tonight I had a backlash. It was much, much harsher and annoying. I don't know. I decided it wasn't, I was done with it because it was over something minusculely stupid. And after the fact, I understood what he was saying, and I can agree with that. And I was testing stuff and felt like it was appropriate, but there's a couple things I can't control about what he said just because I don't have the resources. And the other part of it is fine because of the different platform aspect. But because that kind of thing has been going on for so long, I backlashed way too hard. I'm gonna have to wait to apologize because he's busy and I'm busy, and this is a really long segment of this. And I really do appreciate him. He's blessed me my entire life. I did a shitty job working for him. Horribly. I was selfish. I didn't take it serious enough. You know, and the fact that I didn't like the way he managed it, and the fact that, you know, most of his worldview doesn't line up with mine, and to let that taint how I worked and how well I worked is something I distinctly learned and regret the fact that I didn't work harder for him, because he gave me an amazing opportunity, and I took advantage of it for the money and not necessarily the applicable skills, partially because I had a hard time listening and taking advice from him when I knew where it was coming from is completely outside of my worldview and how I'd want to run a company. You know, just certain parts of his ideology just don't line up with mine, both business-wise and how I think you should run a business and how you should interact and treat with your employees and how your employees can come and talk to you and so on and so forth. You know, all of those things I just fundamentally disagree with him on. Because I've seen people do it the other way and it work and be vastly successful. You know, Gary Vee, I watch Gary Vee, I watch him do all of that, and I want to be the boss that you can come to at any time of the day. And no matter how much I disagree with him, I needed to be able to work my best for him, and I didn't. There's a whole lot of reasoning and a couple excuses in that spot, but it doesn't excuse behavior. And I'm really bad at apologizing, especially because I know, or at least my perception of knowing him, is that it doesn't matter, and whatever I say will be, it doesn't matter, you can't make excuses for how you did. And there's no excuse. You know, when talking about circumstances, you never make an excuse. You know, there are circumstances surrounding what happened and why I did what I did. But, you know, being completely burnt out, literally not wanting to go to class, and literally not getting schoolwork done because I felt so tired after work all day. But I was squandering work because I was so tired from class and homework, and a vicious cycle. And I didn't tell him because I knew if I did, then I would, you know, he would probably just hire somebody else, And I couldn't do that to Alex because I had to work for him to make sure he didn't lose his job. And none of it's excusable, and I should have, when I realized I was actually slipping and not doing the best work, I should have gone straight to him and said, I'm not doing my best work. This is where I'm burnt out. This is how I'm doing, and I'm not sure if I can handle all of this. And I didn't. And this is going to be a really long episode. And I need to do better. And I'm pretty sure I said somewhere in there that I didn't learn anything from him, and he didn't teach me what he promised and what he told me I'd be doing. And I'm pretty sure he thinks I'm an arrogant asshole. And when I feel like I know what I'm talking about, I can be very arrogant. And to a very large extent right now, I do know what I'm talking about within what I was doing. You know, I knew what I was doing it for a reason. Doesn't understand that reason, and that's okay. You know, I'm trying to put into practice the things I'm learning, both on social media, through my classes, and what Gary's talking about. And so I do know what I'm talking about, and I do know what I'm doing, and I do know why I'm doing it, and there's certain aspects that I simply can't change because of that. But I'm learning the platforms, and it's hard to do it when you don't have actual content. So my content becomes a picture and post, you know, inspirational or something that I think is valuable. So I'm learning. And now I'm going to have to step up and apologize. And I'll probably send this to him just so he can listen. Because I want him to hear it where he can't interject. But I'm sorry. And every time I let my emotions get the best of me and do that which I know I shouldn't do, I regret it. And so I guess this is how I'll end the episode for today. You may be absolutely right in your reasoning, in your thought process, in why you're doing it, and you may be absolutely right in all of these things. But it doesn't mean when somebody else tells you something that they perceive that theirs doesn't have applicable use to your inherent thought. It doesn't mean they're inherently right. It doesn't mean everything that they say has to be perfect. But you can take bits and pieces and learn from it and learn why and apply it to what you're trying to do. Take everything with a grain of salt and watch all of it finally come and be what it needs to be. I'll see you guys on the next one.